Welcome everybody to the, what are we on, episode
5?
Episode 5 of The Last Save Point.
We're doing this for a month.
It's been a month.
Yeah, it's a little over a month, actually.
Yeah, 5 weeks is over a month.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Crazy.
Hey everybody, I'm Piro.
I'm Calc Ninja.
Welcome to our little vlog, whatever you want to call it.
Vlog.
Vlog the Impaler.
Vlog the Impaler. Yes. Appease me.
The first thing we're going to start out with is, do you guys have anything you want us to talk about?
Yeah, if there's anything that comes up, you know, we've got a comment section that's been, like, implemented that you can check out.
Well, I don't know how important our opinions are to you, but it's a little hard to find some topics.
Yeah, I mean, game news is news. But there's a lot of stuff that just, like, we feel isn't relevant or isn't, you know, important enough to talk about. But if there's anything, like, you guys want us to talk about, if there's any problems that you have with gaming that we can address, you can get our opinion or take on them, I would be happy to oblige.
See, what we feel right about here, we want you to boost our egos up to here.
Way up here. Yeah.
Okay, let's start off with first thing. What have we been playing? What have you been playing?
Nothing new. It's mainly been limited to, you know, WoW, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Marvel.
That WoW thing that fad hasn't gone away yet.
No, you know it did. It did for a while. I'll be honest. There was a point in time where I did not partake in the crack that is Warcraft.
Yeah, that hospital stay was quite long, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was about 6 months, and
I broke both of my hands.
They're like, you can't play video games. And I was like, no! And that's actually exactly what happened. Not at all. Not at all. But yeah, well, NorCal Regionals is coming up, which, for those of you who don't follow the fighting game community at all.
So most people.
Yeah, most people. It's a big tournament that's on the road to EVO. The road to EVO. That
is the big tournament that occurs in Las Vegas each year for the fighting game community?
Yes. People from all over the world travel to these road to EVO tournaments to get seed points. So they're further away from each other. So people like Daigo Umehara and Justin Wong aren't in the same pool. You don't know who those people are, but you will.
Just look up the video. Look up the video where Daigo versus Justin Wong, and you'll see him parry all the Chun-Li hits.
Yeah,
then you'll know.
You won't have any idea what's going on, but it's still amazing to watch. Like, most people who watch that video, it's got something like 15 million views.
I thought it was way more than that, and most people don't know what's going on.
Yeah, most people have absolutely no idea what's going on in that 6-second time frame, but they're hype. People are going nuts.
Like, everybody's yelling, it must be awesome!
It must be amazing. Yes. So, yeah, NorCal Regionals is coming up. It's at the end of the month. I've already registered, so I will be there. Losing. But I'm not going to go 2-0. That's the goal.
When do you start your montage?
Today.
Today?
Yeah, I'll start the montage today. I'm going to be playing You're the Best Around, and I will go into training mode and be the best.
It's just the best around, and then like Eye of the Tiger on
absolutely on repeat. On repeat, yeah.
Like even while you're sleeping, you're listening to it, like punching the air.
I've got to be psyched up. I've got to be mentally prepared and ready. So anything and everything at all times. Yeah, there's actually a track list on 8 tracks. Is that what the site's called? Where people make 8-track playlists, and it's called Motivational Playlist. It's got like Eye of the Tiger. It's got You're the Best Around. It's got the Final Countdown. This thing is amazing.
It has Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
No, but it should. It should. I should add that to the list. What about you? What have you been playing?
I've been playing a lot of another online game, just like you. I've been playing a lot of League of Legends. I finally got to the hero that I've been saving up for, and I'm really happy.
I'm playing LOL.
Yeah.
LOL.
Hey, at least I don't have to pay for my crack habit.
It's true. It's free to play. It is free to play.
It only just takes my time.
Yeah. It only sucks out your will to live.
Exactly.
Yes.
Other than that, I played a little bit of SSX this past week. Been really busy with exams and stuff.
Yeah, midterms were this week.
Yeah, but
everybody else is on spring break. Fuck you guys.
Last night I picked up a couple of games that I hadn't played in a little while. Games that I had just been sitting over there in the corner. Like Mod Nation Racers. Don't understand why that game is not the best game ever. I understand that Blur is a better Mario Kart sort of game, but
Mod Nation Racers is pretty fun.
It requires more skill, I think, is the problem.
You think so?
More skill than Mario Kart.
I don't know. Mario Kart requires some skill to go.
You gotta push left and right real fast, right?
Yeah, you gotta do the snake.
And then your wheels turn red?
Yeah, you gotta hold jump and then wiggle left and right until you snake, and then you turn red and then you boost.
Yeah, this seems like a very difficult...
On straightaways.
Or, you just wait until you get the blue shell.
Or you get the blue shell and you just piss everybody off.
Or the lightning bolt
and
you just win.
Piss everybody off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's mainly what I did.
That sounds like you've had fun, at least. LOL.
Don't be jealous.
I'm playing it. I have no room to talk. I have no room to give you crap.
Doesn't stop you.
I know. It's good.
So let's start off with a topic that you're more interested in than I.
I'm incredibly interested in this topic.
These pandas of the mist.
Kung Fu pandas in World of Warcraft. I don't know. I'm excited. The NDA lifts tomorrow, so you'll be watching this. The NDA lifts today.
We're speaking to you from the past. We're giving you information.
Yes, we are. From the
past future.
How does that work?
We're in a time warp right now.
Right. I've been watching a lot of Doctor Who lately.
It exists around this table is the TARDIS.
Yes. No. What? Anyway, so the NDA on Mists of Pandaria, I'm going to just call it Mists from now on because it's much easier to say. Or Mob. I call it Mob.
Is it Mists with a Y or an I?
I.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But yeah, the NDA on that is released tomorrow. Blizzard's already releasing a bunch of teasers. They've released a silhouette of the female panda model.
They're just giving you a little taste. First taste is free.
Pretty much. First taste is free. Next taste is $15.
$15 a month for the rest of your life.
Yes, but the expansion is rumored to cost $40, which is what Cataclysm costs, which I'm fine with paying.
I think you'd be fine with paying $60. I think most of the WoW people would pay $60.
I would be fine with paying $60. It's true. I would. But the press media tour is going to begin. They've been releasing screenshots over the last few days of what's going on. The big things that people are talking about right now are the screenshots that are coming out that are showing the actual new continent, which will look freaking gorgeous.
Is it just like a big panda's head?
No. You're on the. I think you're on the back of a turtle. If I remember correctly, you're on the back of a turtle, like a giant land roaming turtle. Is it Discworld, where the planet's on top of a turtle in space? You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? No. Same idea, except the continent is on top of this roaming turtle in the ocean. But people are excited to find out what the big bad, to borrow a term from the Buffyverse, the big bad is going to be.
Is that the big boss? Your big...
The big boss from Metal Gear Solid.
Your big team fight that has to happen? Your instance or whatever?
Your giant 10 to 25 person battle that's waged.
It's going to be with some super trailer like the last one was, right?
Yeah, all of the trailers are freaking gorgeous and brilliant and amazing.
I mean, what if the games actually looked even close to that quality?
Most people wouldn't be able to handle it on their computers, and their subscriber base would go down. That's why the game still looks like it did when it was released.
Like 10 years ago.
Yeah, really? That long?
8 or 10?
7 or 8, I think. 7 or 8.
Came out when we were sophomores, right?
Yeah.
That's 2004.
Shit. 8 years ago. All right.
Depressing.
That's really about all I've got on Mist. I'm excited. I'll cover more of it next week when we actually have some tangible information to go off of, and not just rumors. Enjoy.
Probably still be rumor talk.
Probably. Yeah. Lots of rumors, actually. Oh, the beta starts up soon. If you purchase the year-long subscription, you get free access into the beta.
Are you still getting Diablo 3 for free with that?
Yeah, you still get Diablo 3 for free. You also get a mount.
When are they going to make it so you guys just get this digitally? You guys don't even care about the collectors, right?
No, you can get it digitally.
I know, but only digitally. Why don't they just only release it digitally?
Yeah, well, if you get the collectors, you get extra stuff. You get extra mounts. You
get another mount that operates the same way.
That everybody else has, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because everybody else is doing the same exact thing you are.
All right. Absolutely.
I'll be getting it. I'll be there.
At midnight.
Bucks, at midnight. Because I'm a student and I have no job.
Yeah, I'm sure the servers will be great at that time.
Oh yeah, they were awesome last time. They were amazing. Oh, it's going to take me 24 hours to download this. Fuck.
Oh, look at your number 1 million in the queue.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the whole ending in Mass Effect 3. This is going to be spoiler-free. But by now, if you've checked out any gaming websites...
if you have access to the internet at all.
If you've been on Reddit at all, you've probably heard that people aren't happy with the ending of Mass Effect 3.
They are QQing quite a lot. They're also getting their pitchforks and trying to shove them up BioWare's ass.
Yeah, there's a poll on BioWare's website, isn't there?
Yeah, it was started by their own community member.
Right.
It was a vote on how many people thought that they didn't like the story and they wanted a better one. Now, normally we would expect, 10% of people to not be happy. You can't please everybody. But on this poll, the actual percentage of people who were not happy and wanted a different ending was 90%. 90% of people were unhappy. And, we would assume that this poll would actually be, only a few number of people. Let's say a few hundred. But it's not. It's almost 50,000 people have voted in this poll. What do you think should be done about this? I mean, 50,000 people have bought your game, and 40,000... a few million, I assume.
Right.
I don't know the specific numbers, but,
right.
40,000 of them are vocal that they are mad.
I know what I think should happen, and I know what's going to happen. So what I think should happen is that they should leave it alone. This is the end of the story. It's the end. That's it.
Well, they told everybody that this was the last game, right?
Yeah.
This is the last game in the story.
But it's not... People don't like unhappy endings.
How is it supposed to be happy and still be the end?
Right?
Are they going to walk off into a sunset?
I don't know, it bugs me. Because, maybe I'm being a pessimistic realist here, but I kind of like stories that end, on a note where everything doesn't work out perfectly. I will, however, enjoy the occasional Disney movie. Mulan, for example. Make a man out of you.
Wait, so what you wanted to happen was you wanted Joker to be able to walk again, right?
Yes.
But he only has one leg.
Right, yeah.
So it's still not fair.
Right, it's still not fair, but he's doing okay.
He walks around with crutches now.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's
exactly he can walk again, but he has a limp.
Yes, yeah. Even giving him a cyborg leg, or 2 cyborg legs, I'm okay with that. But no, and then what I think is going to happen is essentially BioWare is being told, we didn't like your ending, fix it. DLC, $15, new ending.
I think the whole problem brings up a whole other issue. I mean, is it their right to oppose the ending to somebody else's intellectual property? You paid for it.
Right?
You knew the story. You knew that it was going to come to an end, so what is the problem? Do you think
you have the right to be pissed?
Yeah, did they have the right to be mad about something like this?
Yes and no. Because, look at the, I'm going to say the Game of Thrones series, even though I know it's a Song of Fire and Ice, or Ice and Fire. But that whole series, every book ends, and you're just fucking pissed. You're like, the fuck was that? I hate it at the time when I finish it. I absolutely hate it. But, when I go back and think about it, it's like, okay, well, I guess, that's a fair way to end things. If you haven't seen or read the first book, Game of Thrones, I'm going to spoil it. Spoiled. Spoiler. So, skip ahead 5 seconds. But Ned Stark dies.
Seems like you waited more than 5 seconds.
Not even, 10 seconds, whatever. It's a little late now. But not even at the end of the book or the end of the HBO series does he die. No, he dies about halfway towards the end. I think there's 2 episodes that he's not in, maybe even just 1.
Is that Sean Bean's here?
Yeah, he dies in everything. So if you see Sean Bean, you know he's going to die. He's not going to live. He died in GoldenEye, he died in Lord of the Rings, he died in Game of Thrones, he died in every other movie he's ever been in.
Did he die
Equilibrium he died in.
He died in the beginning of that, too.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he didn't even make it halfway through the movie.
Oh, yeah, me and Fish watched a movie, too, where he died. He died right at the beginning.
He dies in everything. Every movie Sean Bean is in, he dies. He's typecast as the guy who dies.
Like he opens up the script, are they going to kill me this time?
How inventive can they be with my death?
Impaled on a sword. I've seen better.
I've done that before. So, yeah, when that happened, oh my god, was I pissed. I was not happy. But then I get to the end of the book, and you realize that it sets off this entire new plot. Shit's about to go down because of this action.
But how does that relate to the Mass Effect story? Are you saying from the perspective that now the story's over, so they can start over something new under the Mass Effect franchise?
Pretty much. They can start another Mass Effect franchise if they don't want to, and if they want to continue this one down the road, they now have a jumping off point to do that. Instead of ending everything happy, and being like, this is completely and totally the end. They're setting it up for a sequel, I think. Mass Effect Squared.
Mass Effect Cubed.
Mass Effect Cubed. Mass Effect twice. Not 2, because that's already been done, but twice. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't think gamers have the right to be upset. Just because you've invested so many hours into this series. I mean, I get that you're upset, sure. Do you have the right to be? Yes, but it's not the developers' prerogative to fix that.
It's not their fault you didn't like the story.
Right.
It's the ending they wanted and they thought was best.
Right.
I think they have a little bit better perspective than you, the one person on the game.
Right. Or, the 50,000 some odd people.
You guys don't get paid for your opinion.
Fill out the poll. But, and I know one of the big complaints with the game is that the lead writer for the first game is not the same as the lead writer for the third game. I don't remember their names right now, but the lead writer for the first game had a partner for the second game. So there were 2 lead writers for the second game. And in the third game, the first lead writer left. Or
so it was just the co-writer?
Yeah, it was just the co-writer. He was now the lead writer.
And he went mad with power.
And a lot of people are upset that he ruined the franchise.
Oh my God. Well, somebody's got to take the blame,
Right? I guess somebody's got to do it. But then, too, you have people complaining about BioWare. This complaint confuses me because some people are like, BioWare doesn't care about the storyline. If you could, they would skip the storyline. When BioWare is really well known for their stories.
Are they? Because they never really pay attention to any of the story, Mass Effect.
Really? You didn't... Really?
There's too much...
Really?
There's too much boring stuff that happens in between.
You missed a lot.
Like, there's just these random talking. I didn't even pay attention. Right. It's like in between shooting sections.
I'm speechless. But that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make right now. That BioWare is like, we wish we could cater to that customer more and probably sell more copies. While all the hardcore fans...
The parkour fans?
The parkour fans are pissed because they want their enriching, engrossing story.
Yeah, it's, so those hardcore fans tend to feel pretty entitled.
Yes, they do. Hardcore fans are quite entitled to everything. Oh, you put DRM on your game. Fuck you.
Ah, what's all the shovelware on the Wii?
Fuck you.
We won't buy your console anymore.
I have one.
Yeah, it's over there. It's dusty.
It's over there collecting dust, paperweight. Yeah, I have the Zelda games. Still haven't played those. I'm bad at this whole thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I think that BioWare should say, fuck you. It's their story. Done. You bought the game. You can go trade it in.
Yeah, it's true.
You got your time with the game.
You can trade it in and you can take away from them getting money if that's your prerogative.
Yeah, you can get your... I assume it's $25.
Oh, it's probably 33. It just came out.
Yeah, last week.
Maybe even 40.
I don't know. It's never been that high. The highest I've ever seen is 35.
35. It's not a bad deal.
It was like the week before Black Ops came out. That's how much it would give it from Warfare 2.
Not a bad deal. $30 for 60 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd take it.
Okay, I guess it's time to move on to our next topic. This next topic is sparked because of all the controversy that has happened with somebody's new favorite game, Street Fighter X Tekken.
Oh, it's not even that. It's Capcom is well known for doing this. If you look at Marvel.
Okay, well, every time they release a game,
every time they release a fighting game, there's controversy. But it's mostly because of the DLC being implemented on the disc. Okay,
so Capcom is going as far to release all their characters for you to buy in the stores, right? So you're buying them on Xbox.
DLC.
You're buying in the marketplace or PSN.
Right.
But these characters are already on the disc, and it's evident when you go to purchase them how there's only enough information for an unlock. It's not enough information for an install.
Right.
So people are pretty pissed.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, of course you are.
I'm okay with it. And not because I'm a fanboy.
I think that's the reason why.
I was pissed when Ultimate was announced, and then there's a new rumor, but I'll go into that later.
Wait. How many copies of Ultimate Marvel?
Of Ultimate Marvel, I have 2.
Yeah, you have 2.
I have 2. I even had 2 copies of the original Marvel.
Yeah, don't people they'd be happy with 1.
You know what? I also have 2 copies of Street Fighter 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You open your library to new and other players. People on PSN, sorry to say, Not as good as the Xbox
Not as
Live
salty
people.
as the players on Xbox.
That's true too. They're not nearly as entertaining because they're not as angry. They don't. Oh my god, something that hate me.
Aren't you glad the people on PSN don't have? A lot of the time they don't have mics.
Yeah, so happy. Oh my god. But anyway, the controversy that we're talking about is the DLC already included on the disc. And in this case, in the case of characters, I'm okay with it. Because that means that you have a higher compatibility. The problem with Super Street Fighter 4 and Arcade Edition and really every iteration of Street Fighter 4 is that if you don't buy the costumes, you don't get to see them. If your opponent doesn't have the costumes, you don't get to use that costume in that match. And why would you buy something that you don't get to see all the time just because your opponent didn't spend the money on it?
It's because you're a big loser.
In this case, with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, if you purchase if you buy the game, you get the characters on the disc, everybody has the content that's already there. If you purchase and unlock the characters, then everybody gets to see those characters play.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's the reason they're doing it, is so that you have a higher compatibility. I get why people are upset. There's content on the disc, and they're releasing content that is essentially just an unlock code. I get why you're pissed, because there's a complete game on the disc already, and they're making you pay for more.
You were allocated this number of characters for this amount of money. You have to pay more for these ones.
For these ones that are already here on the disc that you bought. But it's the compatibility. I mean, I bought the game. I expect to be able to see at least all of the characters that are included. If I don't purchase, say, like Elena, because she's one of the DLC characters. If I don't purchase Elena, I'm never going to get to play against her if she's not on the disc. But now I can see how she plays and see if I like that style of play, and then if I do, I can purchase the character.
You're going to get it anyway, though.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm going to get all the characters. Yeah,
but you have to get it.
Oh yeah, Brian's in there, Leia's in there, Elena's in there. I think E Honda's in there. I know Blanca is. But if E Honda's in there, it's a for sure purchase. Oh, Dudley?
Well, you have to get it, right? Like, if you're going to be ready for the tournament?
No, you don't have to. I mean, if you want to know the matchups, well, even then you don't even need to, because you can just play online a lot more than the matchups. Online Warrior. But that's the reason why they had the DLC included on the Marvel disc for Jill and Shuma. Same kind of deal.
I think that was different. You knew what you were getting into. Like, they even told you that the collector's edition was going to get the 2 characters for free.
Well, yeah. But people knew about this before the game came out. This was leaked before the game came out.
People are complaining now.
And people are complaining now. And they were complaining before, too, but they're complaining even more now. They're like, don't buy Street Fighter Cross Tekken because the character's on the disc. Fuck it, I bought it. I like it.
You guys don't know about Scumbag Capcom?
Scumbag Capcom. Gives you a game, charges you more for it.
You buy their game, only has half the characters. You got to pay for the other half later.
Yes. Well, and I think that this is where the problem with Day 1 DLC stems from. Why would you have Day 1 DLC? And from the developer's point of view, I can see why. You finish the game, it's in production. They're printing the discs, printing the boxes, printing the manuals, getting it all assembled.
Well, they say that the finishing period, running the final test and everything is about 3 months before.
Right.
What do you expect the team to do for those past 3 months?
Work on the next IP? No. I mean, they want to see how well this is going to sell. I get that pre-orders are a good indicator of what's going to sell, but if you're like me and you pre-order something, sometimes you change your mind.
I don't think GameStop likes that.
No, they really don't.
They don't like you when you pull
get quite angry when I pull pre-orders. But that's okay.
Because I don't care.
Yeah, I really don't. No, it's my money.
And I need it now.
I'll spend it when I want to. But yeah, I don't know. What's your take on it?
I think that the big deal is that these patches that would have to contain the characters actually cost the developer money too.
Right.
I heard recently that they cost somewhere in the neighborhood of $40,000 to release a patch. So that might actually force them to, raise the price on these characters that you would have to get.
Right.
So instead of, how much were they?
Which ones?
Well,
like Jill and Shuma, for example.
Well, those are different.
Well, I know, but they were still $5 each.
Yeah, but those are the exact difference in price between the collector's edition and the regular edition.
Right, yeah. It's $10.
No, I was talking about the ones on Street Fighter X Tekken.
Oh, I haven't seen any prices announced, but if you look at Street Fighter, the costume packs are all like $3 to $4.
So that's what we're expecting, $3 to $4. So
there's multiple costume packs.
So instead of $3 to $4, you could be paying $5 to $6.
Right.
I think you can suck it up and save $2 if you're gonna have to pay for it either way.
I think you're right.
Quit bitching.
If you don't like it, don't buy it. Done.
Also, you probably got it on a deal. You probably got it for with a $20 gift card, so there's nothing to complain about.
Right, that's true. I don't know. It's that whole entitlement thing that I think a lot of gamers are feeling.
You silly Americans. Your sense of entitlement.
We are American.
I don't feel a sense of entitlement.
I do in some cases.
Some cases?
Some cases.
Most cases?
Some cases. I will stick with my original terminology.
I should get all these refills for free.
Yes.
On this drink that I got 2 days ago.
Why do I pay $1 to refill this drink that I got a week ago?
Everybody get out of my way on the highway. I'm the most important person.
I will be doing 125.
You can't pull me over.
I'm
American. I will sue you for pulling me over.
I have places to be and people to go to.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
We're gonna get so many dislikes.
Yes, we are. It's because we're making fun of everybody and everything.
So, maybe because we're doing it indiscriminately, they won't be mad.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. It's part of our nationality, right? So we're allowed to do that. Is that how it works?
Well, I was gonna do this video alone, and then we did reverse what you call it. You know where they make them hire the minorities? That's called. Oh, we did reverse affirmative action. That's why you're here.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now on to our next topic.
Nice segue.
It got really awkward. I had to.
You had to do it. You had to take the jump, do the dive. Fez.
No, not the character from that '70s show.
No. There. Way to get that in there. Way to just put that in. But Fez, it's an indie game that's being developed. That has been developed for freaking years. Like every year,
it might have been in development while some of you kids weren't born yet.
Yeah, that's true. I certainly wasn't when it started. But
it was actually in the caveman days. He was etching it on the side on the inside of a cave.
This is what I will do. This is the code I will use. I'm way ahead of my time.
What are doors? I've just made them up.
They have stars on them.
They open with cubes.
Yes.
Wouldn't keys be better? What's our keys?
But it's this independent game that's been in development for, I want to say 5 or 6 years. It's been a very long time. But every year it's presented at the IGF, which is the Independent Gamers Foundation, something, F something. But it wins awards every year for being outstanding and being, and great, essentially. And creative and all these good things.
Everything that, the hipsters want.
Right, pretty much.
Oh, that's what it is. It's the International Federation of Gaming Hipsters.
That's what it is. Figured it out. Thanks, hipsters. But I think that, I don't know, it looks cool. I like the idea behind the game. Essentially, it's a 2D platformer, but you can rotate the playing field. And it changes your perspective on what the level looks like. So you can be walking around a block, or on a single platform, right, and you're stuck. Because there's a block in front of you. So you rotate. And then you can jump over the block. Or you can just move right on past the block. It's a lot more in-depth than that. Do a YouTube search for Fez gameplay and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. But the problem that I have is that it's been in development for so long.
There's only one thing that could possibly happen, right? It could be terrible.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible. It's got the Duke Nukem Forever syndrome.
Like half a syndrome.
Well, Duke Nukem was in development for 10... Well, it was in development, then it died, then it went back into development. But, 13 years?
Yeah, from inception to finish.
From inception to finish to retail.
Yes, very long time.
13 some odd years. I think that's the same thing that's going to happen with Fez. It's going to be shitty.
Yeah, but is it going to sell as well? It's going to sell like Duke Nukem Forever, right?
Yeah, it's going to sell really
everybody's going to buy it, they're going to have enough money to fund the next game.
And I hope I'm wrong, because it looks fun. It looks interesting. It's a puzzle platformer, essentially. I'm probably going to get really frustrated with it and give up, I don't know, 2 levels in. But,
and then that Dark Souls is going to, look at you right in the face.
Yeah, and then Dark Souls is going to look at me, and it's going to be sad.
You give up on this piece of crap game, but you finished me.
Yeah.
And then you'll just have to kill yourself. I mean, that's obviously the end.
That's the only way to do it. The only way.
I, on the other hand, hope it is terrible. I think this guy does not deserve his money.
He's kind of a dick.
He does not deserve the money that he's going to get for this game. 6 years. The game looks like a mindfuck on the video I watched. Everything's kept rotating. I wasn't figuring out the puzzle right away.
Things were happening. Yeah.
You can go to hell.
Right.
Finish your game on time. Hire some people.
Do something. Sensitive entitlement right there, by the way. So we're going to move on to the last segment of the show, which is the qualms of the modern gamer, as always. Our qualm today, or this week, is what do you do about playing games that have been getting poor scores, or games that, other people just don't like? How do you feel about that?
This is the biggest problem that I have. I tend to play games that everybody doesn't like.
Like?
Let's see, what games have I played recently? Let's see, I got My Nation Racers. I guess this game 4 got good reviews.
You got good reviews.
Okay, what other games did I have my stack? Final Fantasy 13 2.
Oh, you played Hyperdimension Neptunia?
Yeah, not for very long.
No,
I drew the line.
Still played it.
I drew the line.
Yeah.
I gave it 2 hours.
I had to draw the line somewhere.
It's become a big problem because I don't understand what is so bad about some of these games where they're getting, 6 out of 10s, 3 out of 5s, like they're mediocre, but they're really not.
They're still fun.
The perfect example I have is what we talked about earlier, was My Nation Racers.
Right.
The game is fun. It is just like Mario Kart. I don't care what anybody says. I guess the loading times were pretty terrible when the game first came out. They're really fine now,
terrible.
But
really terrible.
I thought it's still really fun. Like, I played it recently. It's Mario Kart, requires a little bit more skill. The drifting is incredibly important to finishing the game. And there's more strategy than in Mario Kart. I don't think it warranted poor scores.
Right.
And, I didn't finish the game, but that's because it got really hard at the end. And it's all objective-based. It's not about winning.
Right.
But I thought that game was really fun. I was happy to give them my $60.
No, it was a fun game. I'll agree with you. I played it a few times, mainly when you brought it over. But I played it, and I really enjoyed it. It was a fun game. It plays just like Mario Kart. You're right in that more skill is involved, so I was absolutely horrible at it. But I still had a good time. I don't know. Games that get... I don't know. It's kind of the same thing that we talked about one week where we said, what do you do when a game gets a low score?
Yeah, but in this instance, we already have the game. We bought it against
the score.
Yeah,
right.
So, these games might have a 60 or something.
Right.
Let's just say sub 70.
Sub 70.
And, you're getting... And games are coming out like that, and they're not all bad.
No, they're really not that bad. Asura's Wrath isn't doing terribly great. I purchased it. I had fun with it. Haven't beaten it yet, because it's like watching anime. Yeah, I know. I need to get on it, and then you can borrow it, you can play it, and you can talk about it.
Could have finished it already.
Things will be...
Came out a month ago.
Might as well just let you borrow it, really and truly. Yeah. But, I don't know, I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to think of other games that I've played that have gotten low scores.
I had a list of these games. There were a lot of games in my collection.
Oh, you know what? If you look at the user scores for Dark Souls...
Okay, just because people are salty does not mean the game is bad.
Lots of 1-star reviews. I love that game.
This game is so hard, why don't they even let you play it?
Sense of entitlement. No, I've got my collection back here. Folklore, I enjoyed. That got relatively low scores as time went on.
Didn't this one bad scores?
3D Dot Game Heroes? It might have. Oh, you know what? This. Perfect example.
This is a bad example because I don't get it.
It is such a good game. Are you kidding me?
I didn't like it.
It is such a good game.
Just run around punching shit.
It's a beat 'em up. What do you want?
There's a reason why that game type is dead.
It's a beat 'em up that pulls it off extremely well. You have slot machines, you have beat 'em ups, you have a god hand, and you fight people and kill them. And it's so over the top and quirky that it works really well. What are you pulling out?
I don't know. You don't really have bad games.
Guitar Hero? Huh? Guitar Hero? Huh?
Yeah, but everybody liked Guitar Hero.
Huh?
You have Guitar Hero 2 and 3.
I did.
You have 5, though. I don't understand why you have 5.
Because it has Muse songs. The sucker.
I'm sure it probably has some fucking...
It had Dredge, I'd buy it. Heartbeat.
And you also have that... What is that? Rift Master game or whatever the hell it's called?
Sequence.
No, the one where you actually get the guitar.
Oh, Rocksmith.
Yeah, Rocksmith.
And it's got good reviews, though, so I can talk about it. It's fun. I don't know. I enjoy games that get bad scores. I enjoy games that my friends think are retarded. God Hand. It's a good example. No, it's amazing. You should check it out. Play it. somebody the other day was talking to me about Enslaved.
Hey, that game was really good. That game was really good. I don't understand what anybody's complaining about.
It didn't get great scores, though.
That game was the fastest game of $20 I've ever seen, but I played it. I didn't pay for it, but I played it.
Right.
And the story was fine. It had everything you really wanted. It just didn't have multiplayer.
I've heard the story was amazing. I've heard the story was really good in that game.
Yeah, it has such a mindfuck when you get to the end of the game because you realize what happened the entire game.
Don't spoil it for me.
I'm gonna play it.
I need to get on that and play it, and it'll happen. Just give it time. It's joining the backlog of other games.
All right, Fish.
Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, I guess that's it really that we all have to talk about this week. Put your thoughts in the comment section. Let us know what you think. If there's stuff you want us to address, we'll address it. Add some humor.
We're trying to come out with more content, but we're really busy right now.
Well, midterms just ended. We have time. Oh, this weekend, by the way, Drunken Dark Souls. It's happening Saturday night. We don't have a set time, but it'll be on the Facebook page. It'll be probably thrown out via Twitch. I
think probably 6 or 7.
6 or 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, because you want to get the East Coast people, too.
Yeah. Well,
and we figure 9 to 10 is good for them.
Right, it's true. We'll find out. We'll post it. It'll be there. You can see it. You can watch us get wasted again and yell and try to be funny.
Yeah, this is the first time we announced it in the video, though. So
it's true.
You should go check that out and like the page.
I'll put the links down below for easy access. Check it out. Win.
Like the cat, the links?
Yes, like the cat Lynx from Chrono Cross, who ends up being Surge, and it's a big old mindfuck and everything.
Oh, okay.
So, have you played that?
No.
Oh, you're missing out. Anyway, you're not really. That's going to wrap it up for today. I'm Calc Ninja.
I'm Puro.
Happy gaming, people.